Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel JM English. See, we all have this basic concept that a sentence in English basically consists of three parts: subject, verb and object, isn't it? And it is nothing to remind you what is subject and what is verb in a sentence and how to find them. But we have a wrong tendency to find out any object in a sentence, because I have seen students making problem or making mistakes when it comes to object. So in this video, I'm going to discuss object and how to find an object in a sentence, and at the same time, the kinds of object. So let's begin. Now, at first we have to know the definition of object. Okay, so what is object? And the answer is, object is the noun or pronoun in a sentence that receives the action of the verb. Okay, so it is a part of the sentence, and it's a noun or pronoun in a sentence that receives the action of the verb. That's called an object. And as an example, you have this sentence: she painted a picture. Now, she is a subject, we know it, and it is a subjective pronoun. Now, painted is a verb, and it is past indefinite tense. And this one, a picture, it is called object, because this part, a picture, this is a noun, and it receives the action of the verb painted. Okay, so this is all about the definition of the object. So it receives the action of the verb. Now you have to know how to find an object in a sentence, and there is a trick that you have to remember always. Okay, so let's see that. Now you know the definition of object, okay, but you have to know how to find out an object in a sentence. So let's see the trick. So we have these three sentences, and if you are told to find any object from this sentence, then how to find it? Let's see. See, over here, I'm going to give you a process that you can use to find out the object. You have to remember, you have to ask the verb in a sentence with two things. You have to ask the question with number one, what? What? Okay? Use what to ask any question, the verb, and if you find the answer, then the answer would be object. This is number one. And number two, there is another thing that you can use to ask the question. The second one is whom. Whom. Okay, so these two WH words that you can use to ask the question, the verb, and you will get the answer, and that answer is the object of the sentence. Okay, so let's see with these sentences. See, the first one, she sang a beautiful song in school program, and she is subject, and then sang, this is verb, right? And now you have to find out the object. So you may know the answer, but let's see how to find it easily. See, first question that you have to ask with what. What she sang. And the answer is, she sang a beautiful song. Okay, so this part is object, isn't it? She sang a beautiful song, and this is the answer of this question, what, and it becomes the object of the sentence. And now if you use this one, whom, now you ask this, and I think there is no answer. Whom she sang? No, there is no answer. So there is only one object, that is a beautiful song. Now let's see with this second sentence. See, the second sentence, the children are going to school, and the children, this is subject, are going, this is verb. Okay, now this is present continuous tense. Now find out the object from this sentence. Try it. Okay, you may give the answer that to school. this is the object, isn't it? Okay, let's see according to this part, this trick. Okay, if you use this one, what, ask this question with what the children are going. Is there any answer? No, right? There is no answer. Okay, and number two, use this one, whom. Now if you ask this question with whom are the children going? This is a weird question for this sentence, and again there is no answer, so no answer. Okay, so now you have this doubt or confusion. Okay, see, this is the sentence and without any answer from this question. So what is the object? The answer is there is no object in this sentence. Yes, you heard me right. There is no object for this sentence. Okay, you can say this is the rest of the sentence, but there is no object for this sentence. Yes, there are many sentences that you can give an example without any object. Suppose, let me give you one sentence. Suppose you can say that they came here. There is no object. You can say I am standing here. Again, there is no object in this sentence. Okay, so there are a lot of sentences, lot of verbs used without any object in that sentence. So let's see the third sentence. See, in the third sentence, I bought a new dress for her. Again, I is a subject. It is subjective pronoun. Bought, which is a verb, and the question is what? What I bought? I bought a new dress. I bought a new dress. So this is object, isn't it? Now use the second part, whom. If you ask this question with whom, I bought a new dress for whom? For her. So this is another object. Okay, so this sentence, I bought a new dress for her, this sentence has two objects. Number one, this is a new dress that you got this answer with asking with what, and the second one is her. This is pronoun and you got this answer asking with whom. So you can see the first sentence has one object, third one has two objects, and the second one has no object. So this is the process. Just remember these two WH words that you can use to ask the question, and if you find it, then this is object. If you cannot find, there is no object that for that sentence. Okay, so now let's see the kinds of objects that you can take. Now let's see the kinds of object. Okay, see, object has two forms or two kinds. Number one, this is called direct object. Direct object. This is the first form of object. So what is direct object? This is the direct object which is also called non-living object. You can also call it non-living object. Why? Let's see. See, remember, just I said that you have to ask the question with what. Okay, so whenever you ask the question with what and the answer you get, that answer is called direct object. And basically, normally you get the answer which is non-living. That object is non-living. It is not any person or not any animal. Okay, it is basically we get anything. So that's the reason we also can call it a non-living object. So with what, right? And number two, which is called indirect object. Indirect object, or also you can call it a living object. Okay, a living object. How? Because whenever you ask the question with whom, the answer you will get, that is an indirect object. And over here, normally you get the answer any noun or any pronoun. And of course, is a person or any animal. So that's the reason it is living object. And being a direct object, this part gets the direct action of the verb, and this gets the indirect action of the verb. So this is all about the kinds of object. And let's see one sentence example to clear this concept. Okay, so we have this sentence to clear the kinds of sentence. Object: her father gifted her a computer on her birthday. Okay, so her father, this is subject, gifted, which is verb. Now you have to find the answer, and the finds also the kinds of subject. So if you ask the question with what her father gifted? Her father gifted a computer. This is also object, right? And I said that the answer you will get with asking with what, that answer would be direct object. So a computer, this part is called direct object, and also non-living, isn't it? Now the second part, whom. If you ask the question with whom her father gifted a computer, her father gifted a computer, her, right? So her is also an object, and it is indirect object, indirect. And also another call is living object. Okay, so this is all about living and non-living, or direct or indirect object. This is the kinds of object. Okay, so this is all about object. And just remember, the base, though it's subject, verb and object, that we always know, but not every time. So this is all about object. So this is the end of this video, and I do hope this basic concept of object has been completely clear to you. Each and everything is really clear to you. So if you loved this video, so please like it, share it with a friend, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you all of you for watching this video. See you again in the next class.